Welcome to Sunroad Marketing Lab. I'm Rachit Kapoor, and today's topic is an absolute heavyweight. It's about brand marketing and performance marketing. Trust me, in my over 15 years of marketing experience, if there's anything that I've seen more tussle about, it's about brand marketing and performance marketing. It's a heavyweight topic because they're part of the same coin, not different, and I hope by the end of this podcast, you realize that how they work in tandem with each other. Let's dive right in. Now, I want you to visualize with me the Flintstones era. If you remember Fred Flintstones, then let's get into the character mode of Freddy. Freddy is nickname of Fred Flintstone. For the ones who haven't seen Flintstones, please go on YouTube and watch it. Just one episode. It's a lot of fun. So let's visualize now. Freddy has come up with an idea about selling a new design wheel. He's so excited that he wants to impress the entire city, the bedrock where the city's name is, and decides to paint a wall. And the wall says, "New rock wheel available here. Buy now before the neighbors take it." So if you see this specific nuance, then this is performance marketing. And now let's go back to Freddy. Now Freddy decides to talk about the story behind the new design wheel. He says that how this has really optimized his life. It has helped him carry this heavy mammoth of meat now, which he wasn't able to do that before. And because of this, he has been able to impress Velma as well. Now, I will pause here. All this what I said is story. And this story is exactly what brand marketing sort of mirrors. So I hope this clarifies in very simple terms what performance marketing does and what brand marketing does. One speaks to you emotionally, which is what brand marketing does, and one is really about making you click now. Do it now, buy now. That was the Flintstone era. But the story and the application still remains the same. Let's take real life scenarios to understand the application of brand marketing and performance marketing. In 2020, if you remember, COVID had struck. Travel had halted. There were no flights. Now imagine the plight of businesses like Airbnb. And what about their marketing calendar? So instead of taking this as a setback, Airbnb thought strategically. They, of course, decided to pause performance marketing on tunes of around $800 million and rather invested on stories, on organic content and PR. They came out with campaigns like Go Near, Live Everywhere, and it did awesomely well for them once the travel was lifted and the travel was rebound. The sales, their revenue, their total revenue was up by 78% in Q4 2021 versus 2019. So this happened because Airbnb lived in the imagination of people. So when the travel rebound, people were not searching for best places to stay anymore on Google. They were searching for Airbnb, which was fresh in their memory. So this is what brand marketing does. So I'm not saying that you stop performance marketing once again. All I'm trying to say in this heavyweight discussion that both of them are part of the same coin. Now let's take another brand as an example. Totally different industry. I'm talking about Chipotle now. In 2015, Chipotle faced major food quality crisis. It faced such negative PR that it was so detrimental for them that they had to think about discounts, offers, literally everything to buy customers' belief back again. Nothing worked for them until in 2018, Brian Niccol, the then new CEO of Chipotle, joined and decided to focus on transparency. Chipotle came out with a new campaign called Behind the Foil. Now, Behind the Foil is all about behind the scenes of Chipotle, their real people, their kitchen, and their processes. It worked so miraculously for Chipotle, this campaign, that in 2020, their sales from digital channels was up by 174%. In fact, digital sales almost accounted to about 50% of their total revenue. Now, some of you may say that COVID had come and therefore their sales rose, but this wouldn't have happened just by luck. It was the trust that Chipotle won back of their customers, their belief. This is what brand marketing does. So, if you see, we as human beings are not logically driven. We are emotionally driven creatures. We like stories, we like authenticity. We don't want to be thinking about numbers and data all the time. And if you keep asking me about clicks and buy now, then I will have decision fatigue and I will probably not sort of sustain any relationship with you. Now, let me give you another example just to show exactly that sentiment. If you remember Wish.com, it still exists, of course, the discount retailer, where you go there and find massive, amazing discounts of different products and categories. It was doing stupendously well until 14.5 iOS update came. Now, what happened with this update? Obviously, it struck Wish.com massively because they were not able to track customers, what they were doing on other apps and websites. And because of that, their targeting, their performance marketing initiatives got stuck because they were entirely dependent on performance marketing. So when the 14.5 update came and there are restrictions in place, absolutely everything plummeted for Wish.com. They were down from about 100 plus million customers in 2020-21 to about only 12 million customers in 2022 and 23, which is about 90% drop in monthly active users. So this is what just focusing on performance marketing can do for you. And once again, I'm not saying that brand marketing is the only way to go or performance marketing is the only way to go. All I'm saying is that they are part of the same coin repetitively. So this is all part of marketing as an overarching term, right? These are, let's say, if not coins, they are different arms of marketing. So treating them as separate arms altogether is not fair. And this is what happens in marketing teams these days. This is what happens in businesses these days. We are always focusing on short-term gains rather than focusing on long-term. So think about Wish.com. When it went down to 12 million customers, is it a profitable company anymore? You can check out the results. It's still not profitable and is in massive losses. Now Temu comes in, people start going on Temu. No one remembers Wish.com. So if you ask gently people, what is Wish.com standing for? People have no idea. I wish people knew what Wish.com stood for. Anyways, this was not about really putting down Wish.com, but it is really about the strategy that you as a business adapt. So here are three ways to look at it. The three ways in terms of the businesses if you're doing in 2025 and beyond. So if you are a new business, let's say up to 1 million ARR or just a new brand or a new business, then you definitely want to focus on performance marketing to do your testings, to understand your copies, what is working, what is not working. But you obviously want to focus on your story as well from the day one. Now, if you are a business who has already been into the pipeline for some time and people know you, then you want to invest in your customers who can be the next storytellers for you. So get customer feedback, reviews, and let them write your next chapter. And if you're a grown business over 10 million ARR or a grown brand and you understand that, then just keep focusing on your brand. You have to keep focusing on your brand marketing, on your storytelling, and obviously performance marketing will also go alongside. Which also means at this time, your customer acquisition cost, which is your CAC, would have gone down drastically. Because now people know you, your ads don't cost as much, and you're going really precise and people understand you. So this is what a combination of brand and performance marketing does. Talk about these days now. In 2025, we hear about AI literally almost daily basis. I understand that AI can do massive personalization at scale. It can write copies better than any copywriter or even design faster than any creative director. But what AI cannot do is think like human beings. It cannot have memory. Not the memory, the ones I'm talking about. It cannot feel. It cannot go to a cafe and sit down and think about those best moments that were there in your life. And this is what brands do that stay in your memory. It's think about brand as a person who enters a room and how they make you feel. And that's what exactly brands do for you. So if you're only focusing on performance marketing and about scaling without, thinking about humanizing your initiatives, you're going to be the next wish.com. I hope today's podcast was of some benefit to you and it sparked some curiosity. Do share it with someone who you still thinks performance marketing is better than brand marketing, and someone who still believes that talking and telling only beautiful stories will drive results. Until we meet next time, keep your strategy clear, your thinking sharp, and your mind open. Keep rising.